split with Ben Davison? Eddie Hearn was asked about this in several interviews, and he certainly didn't deny that AJ's training with Team Usyk, but nor did he...
Anthony Joshua has fired Ben Davison and joined Usyk's camp ahead of the Tyson Fury fight. The move shocked the boxing world. Davison helped sharpen Joshua's style, but now his future looks uncertain as he searches for form and identity once again.
AJ considers joining Team Usyk in Spain. Could this be the re-innovation he needs? Anthony Joshua is reportedly visiting the Usyk's Valencia camp as he looks to reshape his career.
Adam Smith's reaction says it all. Anthony Joshua was improving under Ben Davison, gaining control and confidence that seemed to revive his career. Leaving that setup feels rushed, a sign that he's losing self-belief and keeps searching for something that was already working.
Is that a wise move, Anthony Joshua into Oleksandr Usyk's camp?
Why not?
Can it not be? I mean, it has to be a wise move.
I think he had a good run under Ben Davison before the Dubois fight, and maybe he feels with that loss he needs another...
Eddie Hearn's calm tone hides real concern. Anthony Joshua keeps switching camps, searching for motivation that used to come naturally. He learns from great coaches, but moving too often stops real growth. Ben Davison had him focused and balanced, but leaving that to follow Usyk's setup could confuse his own style. At this level, belief, not constant change, decides who wins and who falls short.
But this isn't the first time he's gone into different environments to learn from different people, and you know, obviously, if that's the case, great people to learn.
Duke McKenzie speaks with real honesty. He knows how important the bond between a fighter and trainer is. Ben Davison understood Anthony Joshua completely and guided him with patience and skill. Ending that partnership now feels like a big mistake. Fighters often think a new voice will fix everything, but real trust takes time. Joshua may have underestimated how much that connection matters.
But he knows the kid inside out. Yeah. He knows how he works. He knows all the mechanics behind that kid and how to motivate and get the best out of him. We've seen it. And to get rid of him now at this point, I think it's a bad thing.
Johnny Nelson believes Ben Davison was too gentle with Anthony Joshua. A top trainer sometimes needs to be tough to bring out a fighter's best. Davison's calm style kept things peaceful, but didn't always take control. Still, that same calmness helped Joshua regain his confidence. Without it, Joshua risks losing emotional balance. Sometimes gentle guidance can build more strength than harsh discipline ever could.
I do. I think the only thing he did wrong was not being strong enough to put his foot down. But he wasn't in a position to do that. And I think financially, now hopefully he's in a position that if he gets a fight coming through, the rules are, I'm the trainer, I'm the coach, you stay out there, this is my job. If you've hired me to do a job, let me do our job, keep out of it. So his only crime is being too nice.
Frank Warren shared an old-school view on loyalty in boxing. He says switching trainers too often destroys rhythm and progress. Anthony Joshua's constant changes show his restlessness. Every new coach resets what he already built. Fighters like Usyk and Fury prove that greatness comes from stability, not change. Joshua might find short bursts of motivation, but real growth only comes from staying patient with one trusted trainer.
I don't know. I mean, I don't like fights keep jumping and changing trainers. It's not. I don't like that. I like fights to be settled. But you know, it is what it is.
Duke McKenzie's words reinforced the belief that Anthony Joshua made a mistake. Ben Davison understood both Joshua's mind and his technique, helping him rebuild confidence after years of doubt. Ending that partnership could undo all that progress. In top-level boxing, emotional trust matters as much as skill, and Joshua may soon learn that consistency is the real key to success.
We have to understand he knows the kid inside out. Yeah. He knows how he works. He knows all the mechanics behind that kid and how to motivate and get the best out of him. We've seen it. And to get rid of him now at this point, I think it's a bad move.
Gareth A. Davies stayed neutral, but his tone showed surprise. Anthony Joshua's move toward an old-school trainer suggests frustration with modern methods. Ben Davidson's approach was smart and technical, built on strategy and data. Replacing that with a traditional style could limit Joshua's flexibility. Experience matters, but without modern precision, it may not be enough against fighters like Tyson Fury or Usyk. Finding balance will define Joshua's future.
Of course, he's gone there. Yeah. Tony will bring him old school values. He won't tinker with him too much.
Dominic Ingles' words hit hard because they reveal a common problem in boxing today. Trainers like Ben Davison give years of effort and guidance, only to be dropped when success doesn't come fast enough. Anthony Joshua's decision reflects that pattern. Ben gave him structure, balance, and calm, but leaving him shows impatience and doubt. True champions grow through loyalty and trust, not by constantly starting over.
To boxing, they choose you. Fighters choose you. Then they use you to get where they need to be. Then they accuse you when everything goes wrong. And when they've left and gone somewhere else, then they start to abuse you by doing interviews, slagging you off. And that happens.
Adam Smith describes Anthony Joshua as a lifelong student of boxing, always looking to improve. But that constant searching may also show self-doubt. Ben Davison helped rebuild his confidence after tough years, yet joining the camp of the man who beat him twice seems more emotional than tactical. It feels like a test of ego, not skill. Joshua's talent is clear, but his endless changes suggest he hasn't found peace within himself. Real growth comes from trusting the coach who already helped you move forward, not chasing new answers every time.
Maybe AJ felt he needed a bit more personal one-on-one tuition. And look, he's a sponge, Anthony. He's always said that he's always learning. And to go to the team where he tried twice to get the better of Oleksandr and couldn't.
Derek Chisora's sympathy for Anthony Joshua shows real respect between fighters. He understands how one punch can change everything, especially against a style Joshua hasn't fully mastered. Ben Davison was helping him fix those issues with southpaws, but without him, the same mistakes could return. Experience can't be borrowed. It's built through time and trust. Chisora's point is clear. Joshua's struggles aren't just physical, they're strategic. Constantly switching trainers won't help unless he gives one mentor enough time to truly rebuild him.
Hey, listen, you got caught with the head on the temple, and then after that, it was a long night for him. I'm a bit sad, because I didn't want him to go out like that.
Is that because of the fights you've had with him?
No, it's because that he's never boxed a southpaw. You know, that's the first southpaw he's boxed in how long? Maybe his whole career.
Johnny Nelson's insight gets to the heart of Anthony Joshua's situation. Pride, not planning, is guiding his decisions. He's chasing redemption and trying to prove himself, but in doing so, he's walked away from the stability Ben Davison gave him. Pride can push a fighter forward or destroy his focus. Until Joshua separates emotion from training, every new start will just repeat the same mistakes.
Said, I don't want to have egg on my face. I've got to get a job done here. So after the things he said the last time, he knows he probably mugged himself off. I think that probably hurt him more than anything, hurt his pride.
Virgil Hunter's balanced take recognizes the fighter's right to make decisions. Yet the deeper message is clear. Freedom comes with responsibility. Anthony Joshua has the right to move on, but every move adds pressure to deliver. Ben Davison brought him composure and tactical growth. Abandoning that for another setup could undo that progress. The best fighters trust their instincts while respecting the foundation that shaped them. Anthony Joshua is gambling that new surroundings will spark old brilliance. The boxing world waits to see if that freedom leads to redemption or regret.
Well, only he knows why he's doing it. More kudos to him. It's his career, and he's got that right to change teams. You know, coaches change teams all the time. Fighters come and go and everything. If he feels like that's the best move for his career, then more kudos to him. I support that.
Eddie Hearn shows that Anthony Joshua's hunger is still alive. His desire to face Tyson Fury comes from pride and redemption, not just titles. But the chaos around his training could weaken that fire. Ben Davison gave him calm and control. Without that, Joshua might enter his biggest fight, driven by emotion instead of focus. Passion wins fans, but precision wins fights.
I think it could have come a bit earlier. I think if the ref was paying attention from the first time I hurt him in the second round, knowing that he was hurt and just shipping punches and just taking them, wasn't really defending, wasn't giving back. I think if you put those two moments kind of side by side, I think the ref...
The talk of a Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua fight has reignited British boxing. It's Joshua's last big chance to reclaim his place at the top and silence his critics. But with every trainer change, his path grows less clear. Ben Davison understood his mindset and built around his strengths. Not every coach will. Constant changes break rhythm and confidence. The heavyweight world is waiting for the best version of Joshua, but that version only returns with stability. For now, there's excitement, but no certainty.
AJ is going to fight January or February, and Tyson Fury wants to fight before he goes back into the ring in a major fight, apparently. And I would think so as well. They've both been out of the ring for what will be over a year. Let's get this fight made back end of the summer 2026, and we can settle it.
Duke McKenzie speaks with concern. He sees Anthony Joshua fighting inner chaos more than opponents. The discipline that once defined him has faded. Ben Davison worked to rebuild that focus and fix old habits, but leaving that structure could bring those flaws back. Joshua still has the body and power of a champion, but his rhythm and confidence are shaken. An old-school trainer might sound right, but what he really needs is consistency before anything new.
AJ's got some terrible habits, needs to get himself a proper old-school coach, in my opinion, who's going to school him if he's going to have any chance of continuing in the sport of boxing. But you know what, I kind of fear for the guy more than wanting to actually...
Anthony Joshua stands at a crossroads. Once the pride of British boxing, his constant trainer changes have blurred the focus that made him great. Leaving Ben Davison, who brought him balance, feels more like frustration than confidence. Joining. Usyk's camp has sparked both excitement and doubt about whether Joshua truly knows what he wants. The Tyson Fury fight is more than money or rivalry. It's the final test of who he has become. Fans don't just want to see him fight, they want to see him believe again. The next few months will show if he still has the heart to prove everyone wrong.